Hey, what's happening, everybody? It is a little past 1 a.m., July 31st, 2025. I'm out here in the backyard. Just wanted to give you guys a live view of this covering that keeps coming over the sky in the evening time. Very interesting. I find it very interesting. I don't know how well it's going to show up for you. Hey, Rachel, Wendy B, Diane, thanks for being here. Hey, Jimmy. Yeah, so we had a completely clear day again today. Lots of wind. Weather's still much cooler than usual. But every night we get this thick, dense covering coming into the sky. What's most interesting about this is with all this cloud cover that comes in, we don't see a single drop of rain. As it gets thicker, it'll get brighter. So how's everybody doing out there? Chicken Texas, James Riggs. How's your skies looking this evening? Scousey 85? Watching from Liverpool, England. Awesome. Rachel, longtime contactee. Love to hear more. Bruce from Seattle. Hello to you. Exciting times though, right guys? You guys feeling the shift? How's the stream coming through, guys? Rachel says she has photos of Pleiadians nullifying the chemtrails. That's awesome. I think you're onto something there, Rachel. What I have noticed is that when this clears, the sky seems that much more, I don't know, almost transparent. James, good in Southern California? You referring to the skies or? Oh, stream is good. Thank you. Diane from Illinois. Sky is somewhat bright, but there aren't any stars. Could it be the light pollution, perhaps? What do you think that could be causing that? James can't go outside. Bear and cubs. Oh yeah. Sounds like you're in a nice remote location. Bruce asks, are they cleaning the air? You know, I'm not sure exactly what is behind this, to be honest with you. All I can tell you is that this is not normal. I'm not getting a bad feeling about it. But there's a lot of uniqueness showing up in much of this covering as well. Audra. Hello, I'm Audra. Just moved to, where is that? KCMO. Not sure what that is. Love being in the middle of nowhere, James? Yep, too much light pollution. I'm hoping some of the more unique features begin to pop out in this covering that I'm live streaming here. What are we seeing? An orb? No, you're just seeing the sky covering that comes in pretty much every night like clockwork after a full day of clear skies. This is completely unseasonal here in July, Northern California. Precious metals. Yep, skip what I said. Peace then. I didn't catch what you said. Rachel says thank you. James, I can't stand being near people, so I hope you work on that a bit, James. I had a unique experience with somebody today, a homeless man that I met out in my town. And, I ended up talking to him for about 45 minutes. Got him some food, gave him a lot of encouraging advice, encouraging him to connect with God and stand in his power and his authority against any of the darkness that's come over his life. I saw a dramatic change in this man over the course of the conversation and after praying over him. It's awesome. James just walked outside. Skies are clear. I'm in a low desert. Palm Springs. Play Palm Springs. Definitely getting help with social anxiety. It's helping. Yeah, James, if you're sensitive to frequencies, which that might be what you might be dealing with, then you might be picking up on, what other people are vibrating. But there are things that you can do to help ease that if that's an issue. Supplementation, some things that might help you, something like niacin, which is just vitamin B3. Diane McGinnis, the sky in the east is dark and still. I'm not seeing the stars. Not normal, as I watch it every day at this time. Thanks. Thank you, Diane, for being here. 777s, we're not alone. Soon the lies will cease. Absolutely. The false reality matrix is dissolving ever so rapidly, and again, just to reiterate what I've said in the past, is that if we're waiting for any authority type figure or news organization to tell us that things have shifted, then we're not really getting it. The change comes from within, from each one of us. The knowingness comes from within. Why would we trust the ones that have lied to us for so long, right? Jay Coverland, how do I know if I'm seeing an airplane or something else? This is a topic that I wanted to get deeper into, Jay. As I read through these comments, I'll get back to you on that. Just accepting my seizure. Sorry, guys, if some of these messages are going quickly, so if you have a question or a statement or something you want to write and I didn't respond to it, just go ahead and post it again if you want. Salutations, Stacy. Thank you. 222. I'm here. KBI. Synchronicities, right? Both my wife and I had uh, very interesting dreams last night, and hers were followed by several confirmations of the 1111 numerology showing up throughout her day. Why are we staring at the sky? Oh, this is what I do a lot of the time. My free time, I should say. The sky, the heavens, call it what you want to. Chicken, Texas, 323. So, Chicken, Texas, you're up late, like a lot of us. Wendy says, it's hard to believe anything as lies upon lies are being uncovered. A wonderful time to be alive. Well, you've got the lies, and then you also got the AI and algorithms and all these other things that are contributing to aspects of the deception. But if you choose to not live within the deception and you're in that awakening process, then you can easily glaze over the fallacies. Yeah, I don't sleep well at night. That's okay. I mean, whatever your rhythm is. Paul Hogston, the only space is between your ears. Thank you. God loves you, Paul. Cheeky B. Sun is breaking through, going sunny here in Kettering, England. Good to hear. What is light pollution? It's just where there's a lot of lights, ground level that are reflecting up into the sky, causing it to haze out some of the bright stars and such. The hipster deer in Florida. It's so hot here, bro. Yeah, we just had a guest over who came from Florida over to here. She was telling us all about it. The cooler weather is actually quite nice, but it's been very windy here in Northern California. If you don't have AC in Florida, you're dead. 777's justice will reestablish trust in our legal system. Pleiadians and company are assisting the alliance with freeing humanity. 100%. Audra. Cloudy as hell here in Kansas City. Jones Fayette. To not know what light pollution is, well, distorts the sky. And some people have reported glitches in the sky as well. Blue Jay wants to start a non-profit planting native fruit trees. It's a great idea. I think you're going to have plenty of opportunity to do those type of things here in the near future and be supported doing that. Pretzel maker. Sky looks sick. No. I guess it's all in your perception. James Fayette. So we're unable to do all the beautiful things that are above us, to see them, I guess you meant. Hipster deer. I did see a light up there, but I'm guessing that was thunder. Bubblegum Pink, hi from Scotland. Hello, thanks for being here. Thank you everybody for being here. Julie Vaughn, thanks for dragging me outside tonight, Mr. Plant Abundance. It's nice. My pleasure. I think it was James who was talking about whether we know if what we're seeing is aircraft or something else. I'm probably going to do a deeper discussion, a deeper dive on that in the future, because I'm having some synchronistic events occurring in that regard. I don't know how many of you saw the video I'd posted about the frozen aircraft in the sky that suddenly disappeared. It's kind of an eye-opener when you witness something like that. So it will definitely change your perception about what you might be seeing. But I'll just go ahead and tell you guys that what's been happening recently, in my case, is just about every time that I walk out here in the evening, because I'll come out for, 10, 15 minutes at a time usually, sometimes longer. But I'll have a craft just show up and fly right above my head, like every time. Which is out of the ordinary. But this is actually what started this whole journey, this passion of mine of sky watching was the aircraft flying overhead. And that's kind of what was going on in the very beginning. It's like every time I'd come out here, there'd be one showing up right above me. James, have you ever done summoning for our friends? It doesn't really, well, it doesn't really work like that for me, James. It's more like I'm just connected. So I can make a request, and they will oblige most of the time. I had one earlier this evening before the covering came in. Heard from one of my star family, received a message, and then was told, now watch this. And right in front of me, right where I'm looking, a zoomy is what I call them. What often people would refer to as a shooting star or a comet, but it's not that, guys. It looks more like a laser beam. And it always shows up right in front of me. It's a confirmation. George, I think you're doing too much math. George, why are you here? I don't understand. Chicken, Texas. Does it make you feel odd, or is it peaceful, exciting? Well, I'm at peace. I'm excited. I'm not excited just thinking about the future, though, guys, because it's all about finding yourself in the now, in the moment. Living in the past or in the future is taking you out of the present. So I'm excited for this moment right now. The fact that you're all here, that in this moment right now, there seems to be a great awakening occurring. And a lot of people are now waking up to a lot of different truths, questioning things. This is an important aspect of the ascension of humanity, bringing us into this higher consciousness. WN Ryers. Strictly white in color, I see them. Strictly white in color, are you talking about orbs, or are you talking about the zoomies? Hipster deer? I mean, yeah. I'm not excited for the future. The future is cooked right now. It's pretty nice though. I don't know what you mean by that. The future is cooked. Chicken Texas. Yes, right here, right now is what matters. That's right. Julie Vaughn. Remember the other night, Mr. P, a lot of planes. That was a trip. Well, it's something I've been documenting and sharing for at least a couple years now. And what's interesting about it is every time I post a video about it, the following evening, there's always a tremendous die down in the traffic. Don't know if the two are correlated, but it's happened several times now. Man, I should have got my reading glasses because I'm having a hard time reading some of this. People are saying the Tic Tac are man-made, don't believe. Well, guys, of course there's going to be technology that our military, our government has that we're not aware of. That's a fact. But the way you're going to really be able to determine for yourself whether what you're looking at is something that could be military or something beyond that, something either spiritual or ET, is the timing in which it shows up, the way in which it shows up, the consciousness behind it. That's what's going to help you figure out whether what you're seeing is just simply a man-made reverse engineered piece of technology or if it's something that literally has a consciousness behind it. They live, we sleep. Don't talk like that, Maurice. We live. We, the people of the planet Earth, have awakened to the lies, manipulation, and deceit. And as a result, we are beginning to reap all the abundance that was always meant for us that has been held back for far too long. Paul, I'm not gonna see. They don't understand this message about the glory of Christ, who is the exact likeness of God. Who doesn't understand? The deep state? Paul, what are your thoughts on the Gnostic teachings? J Rides, I'm a lady, not a bro. What does that bro mean? Maurice, it's all about control. It's really all about sovereignty. It's about you taking back what's rightfully yours as a child of the Most High God. Standing in your truth. I'm surprised that there's that many of you guys awake at this hour. I know you're tuning in from around the world. Did not know what to expect going live at this time. Respect from the Republic of Irie. Thanks, Tony. 1:37 a.m. here in NorCal. Same here, Julie. Just call me Johnny. You got it. Maurice, I've seen the orbs you see with my naked eye. Yeah, I see them all with my naked eye. Although a lot does show up when I've got the night vision camera on, the more distant orbs that are up there. And what I put out there for you guys to recognize from my footage is that all of that different activity that you're seeing, literally like hundreds of things moving around in all directions, are all the same thing. They pop down into these lower levels and they become orb-like, very bright. What a gloomy sky. No, not really. An interesting sky. Don says, good morning from Big Pine Key, Florida, here in the Florida Keys. I'm up because of work. Well, thanks for joining us before work. Having your coffee this morning. Checking the YouTube, huh? Oh, I see, says Johnny. Yes, Heart Project Bluebeam. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about this as well. You know, you've got certain individuals online that like to, time and time again, bring into your consciousness this whole idea of HARP and CERN and Bluebeam and all these things that are really doing nothing for you other than instilling a certain level of paranoia, anxiety, and fear. And I would encourage you guys to stop tuning into that, because the truth is what's going to actually set you free. And the fact is that, yes, we know that there's a deep state of cabal that's been in control and they've been doing all these things behind the scenes. And there's still a small faction of them in operation, you might say. But they're powerless at this point. They've lost the game. If you can accept that, and you can stop tuning in to all these theories that are being projected your way, that are putting you in that state of discomfort and unease, then you're going to begin to empower yourself, you're going to grow in your discernment, and you're going to be able to figure it out for yourself what's going on. Of course, having a strong relationship with God is key to this, because if you don't have an open heart, a loving heart, an open mind, and a good intention, then you're going to completely be going down the wrong track with your ideas and what you perceive you're seeing. John says, hi from Australia. Good eye, mate. Australia's cool because being in the southern hemisphere, your gardening season is opposite to ours. So when we get into the winter months, you guys are just starting to, cook up with the warmer weather over there. It's a nice contrast. Wieslow, institution. I don't know. I think I missed something there. Andrew says, we are ruled. No, Andrew. Not even going to read that one. Where do you come up with this stuff? A lot of times, guys, when individuals are coming out and saying things that aren't resonating with you or are very low vibration, they're oftentimes projecting what's within them. And part of the reason that I continue to post and share is I want to help as many people as I can to find a better path, as I've been fortunate to find the path that I'm on right now. Robert says the state of joy is best. Joy, peace, happiness, abundance. You can all be experiencing that right now in this very moment, just by proclaiming and declaring it over your life. You know, I don't watch a lot of videos by this particular person, but you may have heard of a Dolores Cannon. And I saw a little clip of hers the other night. And it was all about, you know, just kind of the way the law of attraction works, the way the universe works. And I'm in total agreement with at least this clip that I saw. Because what she was saying is that part of the goal here on life is for you to, or on earth, is for you to realize that you are a powerful co-creator working in tandem with God, right? And the objective here is to overcome all of that mental training that they put you through your whole life since you were born and realize your power, and that what you think and what you believe is what ends up showing up in your life. So really think about that. If you are not in the right vibration, if you're thinking negatively about your life or about the world, what do you think is going to happen if you begin to change that up and you begin to speak in a way that is declaring what your future is going to look like, but what your life is now? That's why I would say this is what I do. Anytime you start to feel this lower vibrational energy coming in, because it'll come in randomly, right? You start saying, I am love, I am light, I am peace, I am joy, I am happiness, I am abundance, I am strong, I am powerful, I'm a winner. All these positive things, you declare that over your life. And watch what happens. Watch what shows up. Just try it, guys. And I know a lot of you here get that already. Sometimes when I'm talking, I know I'm speaking to the choir, but there's a lot of individuals that still need to hear these things and to try to put it to practice. Triple sevens, our future has never been brighter. Amen. Things are looking good in the physical as far as what we see on the outside, but they're already as good as can be within you if you unlock the truth that you hold within you. The key is within you. The answers come from within. They come from within as you are a fractal of God. God resides within you. And your higher self, when you tune into your higher self, you get those answers that you're looking for. Again, looking outside of yourself. Where are you looking if you're looking outside of yourself? The media? Really? Are you looking for the government to tell you something? Where are you looking? Just ask, and they will show. Andrew, we are third dimensional beings, not fifth. I think he might be responding to somebody else. I'll let that one go for the moment. catch. Better to explain to the people what the true unconditional love is. It's probably one of the most challenging things about the human experience is learning how powerful the love vibration is and how potent it is in every aspect of life. Uncle Sam, R.I.P. USS Nevada was. It's written that our hearts are desperately. Okay, whatever. We are not the light. Jesus is the light. This is why you need him. We're all the light. Parts of the Bible should resonate. Come on, guys. Let's keep it. Let's keep it positive vibration here. Don't get too deep on the back and forth. That's my request. When individuals make statements, like very strong statements about the way it is, and they're always using Bible verses to try to justify their interpretation of the way it is, it's a very boxed in way of thinking. Okay? Again, there are 7 books of the Bible that were left out that everybody should at least be aware of and ask yourself why it is they took out these books. The whole picture, the whole truth has not been shown to you. And the words of the Bible were not written by Jesus, they were written by man. Robert likes to watch the wind blow through the trees. Looks like spirits. My food for his journey. There's more than just those books. We have no clue what they've hidden from us. Oh yeah, you've got the Dead Sea Scrolls. Yeah. But here's the thing. Even if we had access to all those different books, just know the truth is within you. And at any time, any one of you can pray directly to God and ask for particular information if you're looking for that, or just ask him to light the path to your feet. I like to ask God to guide me to the correct information. He'll help you that way as well. Because look at all the clutter that's out there online, all the different opinions and, just all this scientific evidence of things that they like to lean on that takes the whole concept of God out of, wow, we're getting a big clearing here. The whole concept of God and spirituality is absent from a lot of science. That's why they teach the Big Bang Theory, right? Everything came from nothing, and you evolved from apes. So there's a spiritual side that science isn't going to explain to you. It's something that you're going to have to figure out on your own. And one thing that talking to this homeless man, and he was telling me, I don't even want to refer to him like that. He's a brother in Christ on the streets, okay? And he was telling me about different members of his family who had passed and all these problems he had been having. But a lot of them were abusive to him and the sort of thing. And I said, well, you know what? I said, everybody, when it's their time, they go. I know it can be hard, and depending on the situation in which it occurred, it can be tragic as well to deal with. But at this point, a lot of the people he was speaking of had a negative impact in his life. And I said, the people you surround yourself with, they create like a vibrational bubble around you. And all those negative people that were in your life are now gone. And now you find yourself here, you're basically alone at the moment, but you're free from all of that. So from this point, you can change the direction of your life and make it a goal to surround yourself with positive influences, positive people, not negative people. I hope that resonated with them. Hey guys, I'm gonna step away for a quick second. If you guys hang tight, that'd be awesome. I'm just gonna grab my reading glasses because I'm having a hard time reading this stuff. All right, that's better. J cover load. That's two more than me, lol. Audra says every book must, by rule, be republished every 10 years, and each republishing must have minimal 10% changed. I'm not sure what that means. Have any of you guys experienced any of the Mandela effect? Do you think that that's a legit thing, or is it just people's minds playing tricks on them? I'd like to hear what you guys think about that. Paul says you protect them from the evil one. They're not of the world. Jay says, yep. Messina, of course. Does Pepper Geek, the actual Bible has been changed and altered. What is the Mandela effect? A lot of people recall things being different in the past, whether it's a label of a food product or a famous quote in a movie or a title of a book. These sorts of things, changes that have occurred throughout the years. Probably the most common one that people seem to agree on, for the most part, at least folks that are, I would say, 40 years old or older, is the children's book, The Berenstain Bears. Do you guys remember that book? Any of you have any of those books as children? You mean like Through the Loom thing? Yep. Through the Loom is one of them. There's a lot. There's a lot that people consensus, they agree on this. many things. Jill, what would you say if I told you I saw two moons years ago? I would say I believe you. Whether the second one was a moon, or a mirrored image, or another planet, or there could be a lot of different explanations behind it, but you're not alone in seeing two of the same thing in the sky in that regard. I don't know, Jill. Again, if you saw my recent video talking about the aircraft that was frozen in the sky that disappeared in a split second, when you have an experience like that, there's no way it cannot change your perspective. You know, and I've gone through the gamut of emotions through this entire process, likening some of it to, are we living in the Truman Show? If any of you have seen that movie. Is it all just a big show, right? The reason, Jay, we're not living in the Truman Show is because all of these experiences that I've been having over the past year, let's say, that have become stronger and stronger, my connection with my star family, the orbs that are showing up, the heavenly angels, you can't, nothing can create that situation, because I'm not just seeing random objects flying about the sky. I mean, that's occurring as well. But what I'm talking about is precise and exact appearances by these conscious living light beings showing up in exact moments after having a communication, the telepathic communication. Jonathan Smith says, fallen angels. Jonathan, I would encourage you to take what you just said to God in prayer and ask Him with all your heart, do your best to hear back from God. Ask Him if what it is that is showing up in the skies that I'm talking about specifically is fallen angels. And then come back and tell us what you heard, and please be honest. I want to remind you guys of the Star of Bethlehem. You know, the big bright star that showed up in the sky where Jesus was born in the manger, right there, below that star? What say you about that? Audra, I began to realize the newly awakened people are dealing with a whole another experience, distraction, discord. Yes. Can I go back? Yeah. Whole another experience of distraction and discord to actively thwart the awakening and hijack. So there's a lot of that happening. obviously, I mean, we're all aware of that, right? There's an active attempt to always sway public opinion and infiltrate the digital town square, which is where most people now gather and share ideas, and infiltrate that with false thoughts, false teachings, to exactly keep people from fully awakening, keep them in the box, right? And that's why the more of us that can speak out on this and talk about it, the better it's going to be for the collective. But please realize that although we all want to see the collective fully awaken, really what it's about at this point is each individual having their own awakening experience, because more than likely there's a lot of souls that are on this planet right now that maybe weren't meant to go through the full awakening process. They're on a different journey at this time. And so, again, developing your discernment, right? Developing your intelligence is key here. So anytime you feel that what you're watching or tuning into, because you can feel it, right? If it's a negative thing, if it's not resonating with you, then just turn the channel, go somewhere else. Good night, Jill. What is the awakening process? That's a long answer. Maybe I'll touch on that in a future live or video. It's all about becoming aware, becoming conscious to a higher level. Realizing the power that you have that's within you. And watching that false reality matrix dissolve right in front of you. Reclaiming yourself. Absolutely. Sovereignty. Nobody owns you. You're not chattel. You're not your social security number. You're not your driver's license. You're not your birth certificate. You're a child of the Most High God. I'm looking for some more positive interactions here. Otherwise, I think I might be calling this one pretty soon too, guys. I appreciate you all being here. It's been fun. Don says, not everyone will wake up. We're all on different paths. So all you can do is hold love and acceptance for them. It all has to do with your soul and your soul's choice. Amen to that, Don. Well said. Free will. Everyone has their own free will. Don, sending love, light, and many blessings. Thank you, Don. Back to you and everyone in the stream. To the real ones out there, would you guys prefer that some of the people that are constantly commenting, like the lower vibrational, like combative things, if I exclude them from the chat, or do you want me to just let it go? Because I've just let everything come through on the channel as of late to expose it. I let it go. Wendy says, thank you, Plant Abundance. Thank you, Wendy. Yeah, I agree. Everyone's saying, let it go, let it go. Don says, think block them. We don't need that energy. I kind of lean towards the let it go, right? And let people awaken to it. And learn the skill, the fine skill of glazing over things. Because a lot of things are always being put in front of you, right? Whether you're searching the internet or whether you're reading comments, all of these different things, if you can learn to glaze over, usually within the first one or two words, you can tell where it's going, right? No need to keep reading, just glaze over it, go on to the next. That's a good one, Paul. Mandela effect. It was the lion will lay down with the lamb, right? All right, everybody, we're coming up on about an hour here. I'm going to go ahead and call this one. Thank you all once again for being here. Hope you have a wonderful start to your day. If you're just starting out, or a wonderful rest of your night, if you're going to call it. Take care and God bless everybody. The best is yet to come.